This is Diane with Yesterday's News. I've got the Sonic Overlords. They are in theory signed. They just got signed earlier this month. They've got a new single out called In My Darkest Room. The band's got an album coming out, their first album this year. I've got Daniel, Marcus, and Per. How are you guys doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. So
it's cold.
Per, it's cold in Sweden, yes. We've been watching on, I was just talking before we got on about the Facebook. Yesterday, Per had a really funny photo of him walking through the snow and beard was completely covered. And I saw a few photos like that as well from a few friends from Sweden with their beards completely covered in snow. So
well, it was very heavily snowing with very heavy, large snowflakes. So got stuck everywhere.
Now I know Per is in Stockholm.
I was actually new.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I know Per is in Stockholm. Are the rest of you guys in the same area, or are you from the north or the south?
Yeah, also in the Stockholm area.
Yeah, we're from Stockholm, every one of us.
So
right
your sound is really heavy, and it's almost like a doomy rock, but kind of a garage. It's kind of really hard to really pick just from the first song, really what direction you guys are really headed to. Describe what you guys are going to put out on your album for music lovers so they know like what sound they can expect to hear from you.
Do you want to take that, Daniel?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the idea behind putting out In My Darkest Room as the first single, even though it's not quite your typical single song, is that it's kind of showing all the different sides, or not all the different sides, but several different sides of our music. So you got the doomy part, as you mentioned. You also got the more up-tempo part towards the end and a bit of that. So we don't
also
really...
Also the soft song.
Yeah, also the soft part, of course. I think one huge influence on all of us is probably Black Sabbath. I mean, when they were around, we didn't really have all those subgenres, and it's not always a need to put a band in one single subgenre. So we're a bit here and there, but still kind of keep it together in one coherent sound. Maybe a vague answer, but you'll hear a lot of good songs. That's what you'll hear.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, and when you say Sabbath was an influence, and you can tell by the sound that comes through just on the first single that it's a little more old school, just more back to the normal, what people got in the 70s and 80s, that really heavy rock, just great rock, nothing overly done and nothing pretentious. It's just that great vibe that the classics have had for years. So I really enjoy what you guys did with that single. And I have to ask, with the album you have coming, is it going to be an EP or is it a full-length album?
I can take that.
Album.
It's going to be 9 songs on the album, and yeah.
Full length.
Did you take that, Per?
Yeah, I was okay.
Yeah.
And on the album, did you guys all write together, or is there 1 or 2 people in the band that do all the writing?
I can take that because I've been in this bands since the beginning. So it all started with a lot of riffs that our guitar player is not with us right now. Morgan had a lot of riffs, and you can tell by the riffs that he is also a old-fashioned rock and roll fan. Like we're talking about old Yngwie Malmsteen, Rainbow, Black Sabbath, of course. So that was actually there. It started.
Now, how much input do you have with the drums? Because I know you also from Corroded, and so it's very heavy and fast paced with Corroded. It's really just you're banging the drums, and it's not as heavy on this first single. Will we have that on this album?
Well, the thing is, I in Corroded I play, as you say, but here I got more room for grooving and it's not that uptight, even though it's tight, of course, but it's not that uptight how I play, because I can sort of freak out a little bit more.
your drums this time, are you using the same kit that you normally do, or have you added or taken away any part of your kit that you would normally use?
I use one kick here, but with a double pedal. So not that much to carry around, you know. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same setup. Yeah.
What about he's what?
He's cheating.
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Getting
I'm
old
a
and
phony.
lazy.
So what about you, Daniel? For you in this band, what bass are you using? Are you using different basses, or are you using just one? Is there a different style for as the songs progress?
Well, I'm the newest member of the band, so I haven't been that big part of the songwriting process for this album. And they actually already have the bass recorded for some of the songs, so I won't be playing on the full album. So far, I've recorded 4 songs on 3 different basses, actually, which is mainly about the tuning. It's some songs are very down-tuned, and then I use thicker strings, and others are more close to normal, and I use lighter gauge. And one is in between, obviously, and then I have one bass for that. So it's mainly about that, but it's fun as well. With my other band, Revelations, when we recorded our album, I used one bass through all the album. So it's fun. It's a bit different now to try different ones and get the sounds you like. It's been great.
Awesome. And for you, Marcus, on vocals, is this?
Yeah, I was coming to that because I used 3 different throats when I'm singing, so I changed it in some of the songs. It's pretty cool. Big operation for the doctors, but it's cool.
So for
Just
you,
kidding.
yeah, very well on that. But for you on the vocals, is this different than other projects that you've done before, or other singing things you've done?
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the big idea when Morgan and I was talking about to bring me into to do the vocals on this song. We have been playing with the cover band for many years, as imitated Ozzy Osbourne, and we've been playing around a lot and everything. So for me it's simple to do that kind of voice, but we were really from the beginning. Morgan told me this is not gonna sound like Ozzy. This is gonna be you and with your real voice. And from the beginning, when I would start playing with some bands, garage band with it, in high school and stuff, I was actually raised from the band because I was too much heavy metal. But in this thing, I'll be glad that I still having it. So,
have you found any challenge with the styling of your vocals in this project? Has it anything that's kind of maybe caught you that you've had to work extra hard on?
Yeah, actually, most of the songs it's very new for me because I haven't been playing this kind of. It's pretty high tech, can you call it? It's pretty hard to do some of the songs, and I didn't know that I could do it when I started this band actually. So we have tried it out when we started. So that's pretty cool actually, and it works.
That's awesome. So what about the recording, you guys? I thought I saw you guys were doing some recording with Knox Studios. Is that where you've been recording, or where have you been recording at?
Yeah, we start doing the vocals in the Knox studio. Most of the song was already recorded before we started, so we have only mixed it afterwards. But we have recorded the song in Knox Studios, the first 6 songs at Knox. And then we go to the private studio after that and do the last songs.
Now, who are you guys working with to mix and master for your album?
Ronny Björnström up in Sundsvall in the middle part of Sweden. Sorry.
I think I've been up there. I've been up to Härnösand, if I can say it right. Härnösand?
Yeah, it's about 5 Swedish miles after Sundsvall.
Yeah.
So you've been through Sundsvall.
Yeah, when it was March a couple of years back, and so everything was iced over. It was pretty cool. So I've never,
Yeah.
where we live in Seattle, we don't get the ice over on the water, so it was kind of cool. Yeah,
Okay.
Cool.
Then we also have Micke Stork that work with my vocals in every song, and then we have Philip from Eclipse that was working with the drums from the beginning. Yeah, the recording of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
3
got
of the
his-
songs.
He's got his
Yeah.
own studio too, so that's kind of cool that
Yeah.
he gets to have his
Yeah.
kind of play in there. Yeah, it's awesome.
First time for me recording against another drummer, actually. So that was pretty fun.
What is that like for you, the dynamics? I mean, are they very, was he very tough on you? I know there's other people out there that are really tough when it comes to drums that drum as well.
Oh, we had a conversation about the drumming and the recording. He came with some tips and stuff. The first 6 songs is actually recorded in our rehearsal studio. So, but the 3 last songs we recorded is at Philip the Krusner studio in Stockholm.
Yeah, awesome.
That was
And-
amazing. It was so fun to record against Philip.
Yeah, because he's a really good drummer too. I mean, he's not
Oh yeah.
that heavy sound, because you know Eclipse is more melodic and rock and roll, but yeah, that's really cool that he got involved. I know he's had his studio for a while, so it's cool to see that you
Yeah.
guys work and network together. And how I think a lot of people don't realize the dynamic behind a lot of albums and who people are really working with. And I think it's kind of cool to talk about that, because there are a lot of times people will just go, "You really you worked with who?" And it's kind of interesting to see like the dynamic in it.
Like me and Philip had never met before, as I stepped into his studio first time. That was fun.
That's random.
Yeah, it is.
It's so funny because I think that like
We just passed by and oh, here's the drum studio. Oh, here's Philip. Oh, nice.
yeah, I think that
I knew Philip from the start. Yeah.
yeah, I think a lot of people, you know, from around the world, they think if you're from Sweden that everybody knows each other, and they forget how big Sweden is. And even in the music scene, that most people know each other, or know of each other, but not. It's funny. It's like, because I think the last time I was in Stockholm, I met up with Per, and Chakmol from Dark Funeral met up with us, and that was the first time they'd had a chance to meet in person. I'm like, wait, so I'm coming from the USA, and you guys live in the same city. It was interesting. So
Yeah, I've never met him before either.
Yeah. Nice stand-up guy.
fun.
Like, yeah, he's working on that.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, they're doing the new Mephisto album right now, so that's a nice heavy album. So, and Daniel, kudos for the cat, because that was the second interview I've had with somebody with their cat came right in the middle of it. Was so funny. Like, we have that all the time. This working from home dynamic has been really interesting. And are you guys working from home? What's it like for each of you in Stockholm right now?
No, I'm at school. I'm working.
I can start. I am at work now, actually.
You're at work now?
I can start. I'm at work right now, actually. I'm running my own restaurant called Ranchland outside Stockholm. So I've been working, but we have a lockdown. So 8 o'clock we close. So they just closed the restaurant.
And I've been following along with Peter Evers, has been talking about how it's affecting restaurants and the alcohol can't be served.
Yeah.
What is that like for your own restaurant? What is that dynamic for you?
What you mean? Compares to the music or?
Well, to have, I mean, the current
restrictions?
situation for your business.
Yeah.
What is it like for you?
No, it's really bad because the last month we have been shut down like 8 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock that it was before. And when you have a dinner time and people want to eat dinner and want to take a glass of wine or beer, they cannot do it because we can sell alcohol in our restaurant, and then we have to close 8 o'clock instead of 10 or 1 o'clock normally, especially on weekends. It's a big problem. So I think the restaurant business right now is really, really hard in Sweden. It's better in other countries because then they shut down everything, and then they pay for the rent and energy and everything for the people who works there. And that kind of money. But
the government pays.
Yeah, the government pay for that. But the problem is now they only shut down our time and they don't give us anything back. So I think 90% of all the restaurants that sell alcohol, that normally used to live on that weekends and stuff, they have really big problem now.
Yeah,
But we still survive. We can borrow some tax money to make it work, and that's how it looks like right now. And we're waiting for the government to take responsibility, but it's not happening yet.
And that's really
So
hard.
we're waiting.
Where
Yeah,
I'm
we're
at in
waiting.
Seattle, we just got our restaurants. They've been doing the takeaway, but we've not been able to do any in-restaurant dining. They closed it down, and they just opened us up to like a third of the capacity of your restaurant can have in dining, but you can't have more than 2 families together with a maximum of 6 people. So it's, it's been very different. Our bars are still closed. So I think it's different all around the world. Yeah.
Sick times.
Does the government help the restaurants over there?
Not very well. They did some business loans, but the money ran out really fast. And because of our politics and elections this last year, the grandstanding between our 2 parties held off on giving funding to people. So we're hoping that's going to happen now with this new stimulus bill that they just passed yesterday. But that that we've had people here, that the restaurant workers and entertainment people, that people that rely on those kinds of jobs that haven't had work for a year and could barely get any support from unemployment. So it's been a very tough environment here. So, and I know like you guys have lost venues, we've lost venues, and there's a lot of the similarities, but differences around things in the world.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Back to music.
To what? The music?
Back to music.
Yes, let's back to music. So, okay, so you guys are with In Theory Audio. So how involved are they going to be with the album coming out? Are they getting involved at all in the process, or are they waiting for you guys just to hand over the album to them?
Who wants to talk about that?
Who goes?
Yeah, I sort of started.
Yeah. Per,
you guys,
do it.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
I can
I
hear
think you're a
you.
bit behind.
But it's cutting a little bit when you talk, actually.
Yeah, okay.
The internet, I think.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the deal is that we hand them a finished product, and they will do the distribution. Are you with me, Diane?
I am. How about album videos? Are you guys going to do any videos with the new album?
Hopefully.
That's the plan. Yeah.
We're doing plans for it.
And then, of course, the question.
Of course, it's coming videos, but I don't know when it's coming. We haven't started recording it yet.
The other question will be, are you guys even going to try to look at any dates this year, or are you guys going to hold off till 2022 to look to do some touring? I mean, that's got some of the COVID thing in there, but also, I mean, are you even really considering this year at all?
I can start touring next week.
That would be so awesome.
We would love to tour, but it's all depending on this pandemic. The situation is horrible.
Yeah,
and as for us, that actually works. We're not trying to live on the music. That the music would pay your living. I go to work from Monday to Friday. I'm working with kids, youngsters with special needs, so I'm pretty safe. I got friends that lost their jobs because of this stuff, and it's all depending on how this will end with the pandemic, the vaccinations and stuff, I guess.
And what about you, Daniel? Are you working as well, or because I thought I saw something that you're in the university?
Yeah, I'm studying at the moment. Although I have a job as well. I'm on study leave from my job of almost 10 years now. So I work a bit extra there every now and then. And they're still operating. It's a pharmaceutical company, so they're still operating full speed.
Hopefully they are having some impact with what's going on to help with COVID. That would be, I think everybody's trying to help somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite that area, but maybe maybe they can do something.
So is there anything else you guys want people to know about the Sonic Overlords and what you guys are doing that we haven't talked about yet?
The album is coming out. What?
Anyone up for keeps?
Per, start.
Okay. Yeah, I think we went through most stuff except Morgan, but the album will be released during 21, and as soon as possible, we'll try to kick off some touring.
And I heard that correctly. You said June 21st?
No, during.
Oh, during. Okay, during 21. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it kind of sounded like June at first. I was like, let me double check that because, yeah.
It will probably be released early autumn, I guess. That's what I guess. If it's earlier, it's a bonus.
Marcus, anything that we didn't get that you want to talk about?
I hope early summer, but yeah, we don't know. We really don't know. It's depend on everything, so everything is a little bit confused. So we cannot say a special date or we're going to do that and going to do that, because the only thing we know that we can do right now is recording. We can do videos and we can do recording the album, and we can, of course, rehearse. But it's more fun to record. So that's how the situation is right now, and we hope as soon as possible we can come out and start playing out live for the audience, and hopefully people will enjoy the new songs that are coming up. And I think it's looking good for the future, and I hope people will enjoy it.
So is there any chance that you guys are going to do a live stream show?
We haven't talked about it yet, because I think we want to first come out with the album and the video, and start with the normal stuff. And we are a new band, and I think people want to see us live. The streaming is not, in my opinion anyway, I think it's better to come out for live and play for audience.
Yes, it depends.
We did a live stream. We did a live stream with Knox there, one song, but I think it's better to come out and tour and go out with the videos for the first step, because it's a new band.
And I agree. I'm all about live music, and this last year going to now with still no live music has been terrible for everyone. And it's been even harder on musicians and all the crews and people that work in the industry with you. Is there any way right now that fans can help support you? Anything that they can do? I mean, I know they can go to your Spotify and stream and share and like and follow you guys. Anything else that they can do to help you guys right now?
Daniel?
Not right now, since we don't really have much out yet. Nothing we're selling yet, so to speak. So what they can do is to basically start following us now. If they don't already, then they would be able to get the album as soon as it's out, support us in that way. And otherwise, just support the music industry in general. That helps us in a way as well.
Perfect. So they can follow you guys at the Sonic Overlords on Spotify. You guys have a single out now, In My Darkest Room. They can share that. And people that are watching, go over and hit the little heart button that's on Spotify by the band name to follow the band. Do the heart button on the single, add it to your playlist, help them get in the algorithms. Go to their Facebook. It is the Sonic Overlords. Follow their page, interact with the guys, and stay up to date on what's going on. And we'll keep you guys apprised here on Yesterday's News as well. Any last words, guys?
Yeah. You can also see the video on YouTube.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Well, actually, we had a nice review from Tony Martin, the ex-Black Sabbath singer, for the video. That was amazing, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll stick
A lot of
that
fun.
video on our page as well, so people have it. It'll be part of our playlist. And then it's on the top of our page at Yesterday's News. We have a curated list that we do for videos. You guys can find what's new and what's fun, what we love. You guys will definitely be there. Guys, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
Diana.
Thank you.